Okay, oh boy.
Whoa, whoa, Point-A-Mania. We are live this Saturday, like we usually are every way. Talking wrestling and anime and whatever else. James, he's extreme on vacation and marking out to spring the thunder while I badly cover songs. Gather us up together and get the podcast on. Mark Out Mania. We're streaming live Saturday morning on Mark Out Mania. Whoa.
That was good. Good job, Pedro. Good job. All right.
Hey, gracias. Hey, hola, amigos. And welcome to the Mark Out Mania.
Yeah.
We've got James, the Extreme Sorno from vacation. How are you doing?
I am good, guys. I am good. Hanging out in Delray Beach with my main man, Lord Lux, and the ever fun loving blue-eyed Boots is in the house. That cat with the most green eyes. Whatever. Sounds good.
And
Don't make it. Don't make the noise.
Don't make the noise.
It's the God of Thunder. God of Thunder.
God of Thunder. There's no special effects.
I was slapping the microphone around.
Oh, okay.
How are
That's
you?
awesome.
Good.
Good. Wait.
Yeah.
Good. Everybody is good. Everybody's good out there on this fine Saturday morning.
That's right.
So what's going on? What's up?
Well, as far as wrestling goes, not much.
My count on my Lion Stones is going up and up and up because I keep saving them because they keep putting out these crappy fucking cards for us to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's talk about that for a moment. What is up with these New Japan collection cards? These event cards. They're so shitty lately.
I don't know what's going on with them.
And the baseball team they aligned themselves with was the Day Stars. I'm like, you'd think they'd hook up with the Tokyo Giants or something,
Mm-hmm. Or Blue Wave, somebody big, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're just been. I don't know what's wrong with the card game. It's been like blah.
Those Hiromu cards are some of the
Those
worst
shits
cards.
are brutal.
Holy shit! Hiromu's a good pro wrestler and all that, but man, he's like a child at art. I'm like,
he should stick to the ring. He should not pick up a pen and paper. No, but don't do it. No.
Great pro wrestlers who are also great artists. Jerry Lawler, Tony Atlas,
Bret Hart. Mm-hmm.
Not Hiromu Takahashi.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You got your little style and everything, but you're of a fragmented mind, and
I think it's secretly his kid's drawings. It must be.
Probably.
I don't know if he has a kid or not. I
don't
know.
I think it's a different personality that's trapped in his crazy brain.
Oh God.
Yeah, but Hiromu shouldn't be drawing. No. It's like people who shouldn't be drawing are out there a lot lately, haven't they? People say, look at this, and it sucks, or it's trace, or it looks like shit. Aren't you proud of me? No, it's garbage. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Tracing's been a huge thing for a while. I mean, like I know from working in the fine arts thing for however long I was doing it.
Yeah,
it was a thing. Like because they could do a faster turnover. You can do like a fast turnover on your stuff. That's why people were doing it. And that's why some people were going that option, because you'd get this fast turnover. That's why you see it a lot in comic books.
Yeah.
You see the reference tracing in comic books a lot.
Hey, I'm sure you guys could say the same thing. I've drawn a lot of shit where I'm proud of, and then I've drawn a lot of shit where I'm like, that's not good. Like, I got to do better. That's not good, I'm not going to go weaving it around. Horrible.
Yeah, so that that's that. Hopefully we get some. I mean, I like the idea of the tag team ones, but I didn't really. Now it was pretty shocking to see the Ten Cozy wearing the NWO shirts.
So saucy.
You may have to yell what you were saying, Zeus.
What happened?
Nothing.
What did I say?
No, I said you may have to yell it over the loud bass coming from.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't know the TV was that loud. I'm sorry.
As this talking, all I'm hearing is.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Sopranos goes on, baby.
Right?
Hey, the Sopranos marathon going on.
Zeus, I like those tag team cards too. I thought they were pretty cool, but I don't trust the event drafts at all.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? I've been sitting there saving up. I got like, I got a bunch of them, but Melissa Coates passed away at age 50. That's very sad. Sabu's, Gene.
Yeah.
Pretty young.
Yeah.
Yep. What did she die of?
Sadly, it's not young for,
Yeah. What did she die of?
I don't know yet. I haven't heard.
They haven't released the cause of death yet?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Sad. Well, speaking of wrestling, I watched 3 hours of Raw on Monday, and people were praising the program online, saying it was fantastic this week, the best Raw in a long time. They should stick to stuff like this, great matches. I thought it absolutely fucking sucked. Okay, I mean, what are these people watching? I mean, there was a good match between Drew McIntyre and fucking Riddle, especially after the Hell in a Cell match the day before between Lashley and McIntyre, and they both beat the shit out of each other. That was actually a really good match, and you had, it was actually good momentum going into the show, but they show Piper Niven, and her new name is Doudrop now, and I'm like, what? And then they got super fucking Nikki Cross throws on a mask and blue paint underneath the face and a costume going like I can fly. Like, what are you doing? I just can't. I can't.
And I mean, it's not like, we haven't seen that type of thing before, but it's still, kind of, a lot of people were like, oh, this seems, stupid and it's been done before. And, but who knows?
Yeah, I the whole thing with Nikki Cross. Okay, supposedly this is her idea, and she's been trying to push it. Maybe Molly Holly going into the Hall of Fame, as you said earlier, Zeus, on the pre-show, has something to do with it. It's possible. I mean, if they're gonna do this, I hope they push it to the moon. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. The thing with Piper Niven just totally pissed me off. Did they call her Dewdrop? Is that supposed to be some kind of funny shit? I mean,
I don't even get
what
it.
is it? What it's a sexual reference.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know it. I don't know it. I guess.
yeah. Supposedly, it's a nickname for girls who like to do things with other girls and shit like that, something like that. So
Oh.
I don't know if that's what they're going for. I mean, I just don't. Why can't she just be badass Piper Niven?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not feeling this at all, at all. And you know, and people were praising this online. Go, oh, this was the best Raw in a long time. I give it an 8 out of 10. Like, has AEW soured people's taste so bad that Raw is actually good now? No, it's no.
I think
I miss good wrestling.
I think all the across the board standards for modern wrestling is just very low. So people like what they like is just, it's just different. It's just weird,
Yeah.
It's weird.
And I mean, it's the pro wrestling was really different in the 70s than it was in the 60s. And I mean, every generation changes, but still, I mean, it's just there's so much unhappiness, and you can't, and with how everything is, you can't just say something's still good anymore. I mean, because it's all subjective. But I mean, if nobody's really watching it, then it's.
I mean, it's weird because I'm reading all these online reviews about Raw and how everybody's praising Raw. I said, okay, is it me? Am I not seeing this? Maybe I'm the problem. I'm the issue. Is it me now? What the fuck am I missing from Raw? Like, really?
James, so Bean and I have this conversation a number of times where I always tell him, we are not at fault for having certain standards.
Right.
The fault is like standards lowering, like for newer fans or whatever. I mean, or just being ignorant or whatever. That's their deal. But we're not at fault for like having higher standards for like what we expect from pro wrestling.
Right.
True.
Like
so true.
You can both. Okay, these two statements can exist at the same time. You can say that the wrestling has changed and is not what it used to be. And and one can either accept or deny or blah, blah, blah. But like, okay, so that statement can exist with also standards were higher for wrestling in the past. Like these two things, right. They can exist. Like the wrestling now can be different and its own thing and also be less.
Right. That's true. I got you. Hey, Boots, how you doing, Boots?
I was watching I watched an episode of that Choco Pro Gato Move thing because they're doing this tag league thing, one of a kind tag league. And I don't know if you've never seen it. I never consider it like real wrestling. To me, it's like a Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny kind of cartoon version of wrestling.
Yeah,
it's these girls and a few guys like doing stuff around a mat. Like there's no ring; it's a mat in this tiny room, this tiny blue room, and they like jump off out of windows and do all kind of comedy bits. But I was watching it, and I was noting like even in this weird setting of doing this Looney Tunes cartoon wrestling thing, they're throwing in these little sequences of doing this like chain wrestling, like almost like little catch wrestling things and all these things like within doing just pure like comedy bullshit, right? And I was like, oh, there's like more wrestling here than there is on like your average Raw or AEW episode.
You know what, Pedro? I'm going to tell you something. That Raw to me turned me off so bad that it was hard for me to concentrate and watch the fucking NXT the next night.
Oh yeah, you did watch NXT the next night.
Yeah, and it had a lot of stuff happening on NXT that There's a lot of new storylines developing, and I just lost interest because of how bad Raw was the night before. To me, so and again, I'm saying maybe it's me, because I'm reading everybody's review online. Say, oh, this was one of the best Raws ever, and I'm like, this was complete shit.
Hey, do you remember last week how long I complained about that Utami Shuri match from Stardom?
Yeah.
The one that they gave 5.5 stars and all this bullshit to, and it was just like 45 minutes of just repeating modern wrestling tropes and stuff ad nauseum. I didn't watch any real wrestling this week because I can't get past, like I never.
Yeah, you got to wash that bad taste out of your mouth.
I can't get past it for some reason. I just it's like a block for me now. It's just like.
Maybe we should all take a page out of Zeus's book and just watch Georgia Championship Wrestling from now on, because this is ridiculous. Brutal.
Hey, Zeus, you watched some stuff.
We'll watch that. Let's all watch that Road to Greensboro and see that shit.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. Hell yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that. So
yeah, I'm down to watch that.
If anybody is not familiar, it's the lead up of and a culmination of the feud with Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood against Sergeant Slaughter and Don Kernodle, and that's
rest in peace, Don Kernodle too. He just passed away also.
Yeah, and that led to the famous Greensboro sellout match where there were 16,000 people that bought tickets and were in the arena, and there were 16,000 more people in the city trying to get there, and everybody was on the radio telling to turn around and go home.
Yeah, I'm down to watch that.
And basically that was what let Crockett know that there was a viability to do Starrcade.
Right.
Was that match? They were like, if we can get this much heat for a tag team, culmination, then we can do this for a super card.
Yep. No, I'm excited to watch that. Yeah, those were the good days,
But Zeus, you saw some modern wrestling this week.
Yeah, I watched the match with Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. against Sonata and Naito, and it was Naito's birthday, so Taichi had given him a gift, and Naito was very happy and graciously accepted it. And then after the match was over, the Techers beat the hell out of him with the present, which was just like an empty box, But still, it was funny.
Nice. I haven't watched any New Japan in a while, man. I need to watch some.
Yeah. You watch anything? There were some people who are, sharing some good stuff, some memories, like the Steiners winning the tag team titles back from Big Van Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow. I believe that's on New Japan World. And so that, there's a lot of great stuff on there. And there was another guy. He was sharing a lot of stuff with sharing. It was him discovering Hashimoto in his prime, like in 94, 95.
I'm just hoping Okada goes on another title run.
I mean, I thought we talked before. I thought that's what they were going to do.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it too, but obviously it's not. It's that's no longer in the cards, I don't think.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, does Shingo go over Ibushi at the Tokyo Dome? That seems like they're not going to do that. Is what you want to think, but who knows?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
I have no clue what they're going to do at Tokyo Dome.
Shingo may get a good run,
Well, you're not going to take it off him now, right? I mean, You know,
It's
so
hard to
I don't
say.
know. Yeah,
It's hard to
I don't know.
say.
Oh, shout out to YYH in the chat room.
Double Y, double H. What's up, hon? How the hell are you?
Shout out to everyone who watched the season/series premiere of Friday Night Jams last night.
Yeah, sorry I missed that, Pedro. My apologies.
No
I was out and about being a whore.
What? You're being like a man, Melina.
I was being a pizza whore.
You're out of town. Wait a minute. No. You're out of town, right?
Oh.
So that means you're a traveling whore.
You're right. I am the traveling whore.
Yeah, James, when you look in the mirror, what do you say?
Traveling whore. You're right. Yeah, I was whoring for pizza yesterday. I had amazing, like every time I come down here, it's a pizza thing.
I want someone to like never have heard this show before, and they came in just at that moment to hear James say, "I was whoring for pizza," and they'll be like, "What is this show, and what is wrong with this man's life?"
Yeah.
Oh, look, YYH said, "How much did James charge?" Pizza. He charged for pizza. He already said he was whoring for pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get us in.
Oh, and then of course, then there was the other great news out of New Japan.
Oh, what's that?
That Pieter's back.
Oh yeah.
So now we can all go back and watch Yujiro matches.
It's definitely worth watching Yujiro matches. Yes.
Yeah. we all went from like, oh, Yujiro's like he's so slow and this and this. Now we're like, oh, Yujiro time.
Yeah, they get excited for Yujiro now. Well, thanks. You guys are happy to see me. Not you exactly. Not you.
But it's by proximity.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's funny.
I saw a little bit of Impact, not a lot, but I saw a little bit of Impact this week.
You watched Impact? Brutal.
Via the internet, I saw a little bit of it, and I just want to say something. I've said this a few times. The 130 something episodes we've done this show. So every so often people will be like, oh, the Impact's got, this and this is good, or oh, the knockouts are doing good, and this and this. And then every single time I decide to give it another chance or something, and I see some knockout stuff, and I'm always the same impression, like all of you are full of shit. Full of shit. It's terrible. It is a terrible show. A terrible wrestling show. And the knockouts are not doing like great work at the fuck all. I don't know what is it. We're almost back to what James was saying, like about the standards. I don't know what these standards are, but it's not correct. It happens every time. Impact is garbage. It's just terrible. And I'm the only thing that was funny was Su Yung and her new gimmick telling the Diana Purrazzo or whatever, like let's professional wrestle or whatever. I did get a chuckle out of that, but that's all, that's the only thing positive I can say.
See, that's funny because one of my favorite wrestlers is at Impact, and that's Willie Mack. And I have no desire to watch him on Impact, none, because I know it's going to be shit.
Yeah,
especially since now he's involved with the angle with Big Cass. or KazXL or like whatever the fuck he's calling himself now. But no, I had no desire. I had no desire to watch.
Sound like we were trying to, try and sound, say something like that. Like
what happened?
What Zeus was saying.
Remember the guy from
Superman? Yeah. The Mr. Mitzelplix or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Mitzelplix, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Impact is terrible. Every time this comes up, it's terrible. And every time people are like, oh, but the knockouts are good. And then I see it and I'm like, it's not good.
No. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but in my opinion, I think the best women wrestling is on NXT. Because that's what I've seen,
Right. The best women's wrestling is in Japan, but for what you're going to see here on U.S. television, it's going to be.
I mean, I would like to see. I would like to see the ladies in NWA, but I don't think the traveling whore is a draw either. I mean, I'm in no rush to watch her wrestle.
Well, you got to pay $5 a month to watch that too.
Right. And I'm already scared of Camille, so I don't need to watch her. So I'm good.
Yeah.
But Frankie Monet actually had another match on NXT this week, and again, I wasn't impressed.
That finish looked terrible.
Finish was terrible. It was horrible.
I don't blame her. It's the girl taking the move. The way she did it, she made it.
They look like Pedro. Hold on, Pedro. They look like they were going to have a good match. You could tell a lot of stuff. Like there was practice, and then halfway through it, it seemed like they both forgot exactly what they were supposed to do, and they just started making shit up on the fly, and it didn't look good. It just didn't look good at all. And I'm like, okay, I know Ty is a lot better than this because I've seen her a lot better than this. So I mean, I don't know what's going on there. It's the second time her match was like, Yeah, at this point with her, it's more style over substance. And I'm not digging that.
It's all about that entrance.
Yeah, it's a hot entrance, yeah.
How many acts are kind of like that in a way? Like where it's like, I got this cool entrance.
It's all about being Ultimate Warrior, Can't do shit in the ring, but that entrance is $1 million.
Well, remember Bobby Roode in NXT? Everyone was like, we love his theme song.
Yeah, glorious, yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody was singing, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the entrance.
I mean, look at Ty Dillinger, / what is he now? Sean Spears?
Sean Spears, yeah.
This guy only got over because the fans like going 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And then when he went to the main roster, people were like, what else do you have? And he didn't have anything else. He just had 10, 10, 10, 10.
Then he went to AEW and then fucking Tully Blanchard couldn't get him over. So
that's tough.
That's tough. You are a black hole for being over.
Holy shit.
I mean, Tully Blanchard cut one of the best promos of the last 3 years, trying to motivate your dumb ass into being a complete pro wrestler, and you did nothing in response.
Yeah.
He did nothing. You put on a glove. You think that makes you a fucking, like you the Barry Windham of the group or some bullshit. Fuck off.
Okay.
Damn, Zeus.
I am fantasy booking. Zeus has sat Sean Spears down, and he's like He's like sort of hunched over in his face, going, "You are a black hole.
You are a black hole." I want to see. I got we got to
need
put
fan
Zeus in
art.
front of fucking pay-per-view. Oh my god!
Oh man, we need those screen grabs where Zeus was talking at the he was talking at the ECW thing.
Yeah.
And have him where he's got his arm in the air, and then we have like we put a Sean Spears.
You are a black hole.
Guess who's in the chat room?
Who's there?
Zero.
Zero's in the house. What's up, Zero? How the hell are you, brother?
He says black hole. That's Luger's nickname for James when they spoon.
Oh
man! What the hell?
Here we go. Here we go.
Jesus Christ, Zero.
Fucking Zero. I love it. Oh, man.
I know why Zero's here. Zero's here because he knows we're going to talk about Godzilla Singular Point.
Yeah, I'm the only idiot who hasn't seen it. So,
hey, for anyone listening, we are going to do a spoiler-free conversation about. We're not going to give away any spoilers.
Thank you, Pedro. I appreciate that.
Zeus?
Yo.
Oh, I said we're going to do a spoiler-free discussion, right?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, you know, my problem is I'm doing other stuff. I couldn't give it 100% attention.
Right.
So I got to watch it again. And
what is it like? Is it good? Is it not good? Is it what?
Well, it's different.
I mean, like, how's the animation? How's the animation?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful. It's got a almost like what would you say, Peter? Almost like a watercolor-ish quality to a lot of it.
It well, so I know a little bit about how they did the show, and the humans and a lot of the background are 2D,
Mm-hmm.
and then the monsters are all like CGG or whatever. There's some word for it, but like CGG. So yeah. It looks beautiful. Yeah, the colors are kind of washed out, like you're trying to say, right, Zeus?
Yeah, it's
a little washed out, like watercolor-ish. Yeah.
All right, so how's the Godzilla? I actually compare it to Earth Godzilla.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna. This is just me. I really loved it.
Okay.
I was swooning like a kid, but I love those three Godzilla anime movies as well. So I'm a whatever. But I really
how did Godzilla look to you, Zeus?
They had whoever was in charge of the primary character designs really loves this big swooping jaw. And they also love for each kaiju to have 17 million teeth. I mean, Rob Liefeld called up and said, "Damn, that's a lot of teeth." Like every kaiju has like 40 rows of teeth.
It's like that.
There's sharks out there. Like, I don't have teeth. You know, like it's like Godzilla, like the roof of his mouth is nothing but rows of teeth.
Wow.
From his teeth to the center of the roof, like his tongue has just got to be fucking just raw all the time. No wonder he's grumpy. You know,
right?
He's got teeth in his fucking mouth.
I'll say this about the Kaiju design really fast. If you saw the toys before the show came out, the toys look terrible, right? So I was like, oh, these designs are going to be shit. But then when you see them in the anime, they look fantastic, in my opinion. They look beautiful. And fantastic.
Okay.
The toys look like shit, though.
Okay.
But the Godzilla, because I dug him, like his final form.
Yeah.
And he's really chonky. He's chonkier than Godzilla 2014. But he's cool, and the effect of the effect of how he was doing his mouth blast or whatever you want to call it,
fire breath,
radioactive. Yeah.
He's like
that was cool. It reminded me
the Nicki Minaj of monsters. Zero.
Yeah, Zero said Godzilla in Singular Point is literally all thighs, like the Nicki Minaj of monsters. Hey, YYH just got a Mothra and Godzilla shirt, and she got Gamera versus Gaios. Good going.
Awesome double Y double H.
Yeah,
but I like.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's chunky, but I liked him. I liked what's his name, Agregarius.
Anguirus, yeah, Anguirus.
Anguirus.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, how it said. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked pretty good in this. And see, like I kept getting, like it felt like there was a lot of people that decided that they would take things from other anime, things that they liked, and kind of combined it with this, because like Heather brought up in our group chat, that there's a lot of theoretical physics thrown around. And the way that they talk about it was very much, to me, I don't know if you guys ever watched any of the Ghost in the Shell series.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. You know, where like they're sitting around talking about the puppet master and the virtual world, and like what is and what isn't, and who is and who isn't, and things like that. And it was kind of a lot of that that I saw, from that perspective. Then, like the intro song, it's catchy as fuck. I mean, it really makes you excited to watch it. I really enjoyed that. And that song reminds me of the opening song for Gurren Lagann. And then there's some Fooly Cooly Gurren Lagann type of elements. I thought, just as far as like the some of the way people dress, and just a little bit, and not really the interpersonal relationships or anything, because that was a quite a bit different. But there was just something, a few things that just kind of reminded me of that. And but there was a ton of great stuff, like the ships. They had some great ships in there, and in a comic book, the World War II battleship in it. So I was digging those destroyers that they had in there. And then the whole what was it? Kind of the way that they well, there was. I'll say this without spoiling it for anything for James. I felt there was a little bit of Pacific Rim 2 in there.
Really?
I won't speak to what element Zeus is talking about, but that there is an element of that. Yeah.
I was gonna watch it on my way down to Delray Beach, but I you can't do it justice on a tablet or on a phone. I was like, no, I want to watch this on a big screen, So I was like, I'll just wait till I get home to watch it,
Yeah. Zero said Fooly Cooly and Gurren Lagann mentions, and we have officially peaked. Best episode of Markout Mania. We can shut it down now.
Zero.
We can't. Zero. Hey, you know what I became aware of recently? We are like, 13, 12 episodes away from 150.
Really?
I know, isn't it crazy?
150. Jesus.
Yeah.
So that means like
in
next year
3
we'll
months.
hit like next year we'll hit like what 200 episodes.
Wow.
You said in 3 months. Yeah, in 3 months we'll hit like 150 episodes.
150. And then it'll be another year after that.
No.
Ooh, 150. I think I celebrate with a cold beer.
There is all kind of references in in this like everywhere. In the Zeus mentioned the opening theme song, which is super catchy.
Is it canon to anything else or no? It's just totally separate.
It's just its own thing.
It's its
own thing. There are influences, there are heavy influences of a number of things. I don't want to give away too much, so I'm not going to say, but I'm just saying there's lots of references.
Visually, there's a ton of things to look at.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what I was going to say about the references. So you mentioned the opening theme song. I also really like the end theme song, the end credits, and the thing is the end credit sequence has a ton of references and Easter egg things in there, like tons and tons. So it's just I really loved this series. I really loved it. I binged it in one day.
Awesome.
You know, it was, to me, it's like a bubblegum pop love thing of several different Godzilla things swirled together. So
yeah. I can't wait to watch it. Now I'm hyped to watch it.
Yeah, you just got to bear with some of this theoretical physics stuff, because the singular point talking, and it can get and the voice actor's cadence is not emphatic, you know, or like directionally excited when they're talking about these things. And it may seem very boring, because that's the way it seemed to me, you know, because sometimes you just talk about shit over and over again, and I'm just like, going, look, man, just the fucking hole opens up in time, space, whatever, you know, stop bogging us down in the, you know, in some of these things, and, you know, just let it go. But
there are things that seem like just offhand side comments in some of the episodes, and they pay off in later episodes. There is an offhand side comment in some I don't remember which episode it was, but I'm just gonna say it. So this is so random you can't even pinpoint what I'm talking about. But there's something in the final episode. The only little thing I'll give, there's a post-credit scene in the final episode.
Okay.
There's a post-credit scene. There's something in that post-credit scene that's tied to this just seemingly random offhand comment in one of the other episodes earlier in the series. So it's stuff like that, just all these threads like all over.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to get home and watch it at home. Because just like I watch it on the big screen, just because I want to give it true justice, you know?
Yeah. True justice.
True justice.
True justice. While we're on the subject of Godzilla, I've finally acquired and watched you know, a proper copy of Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, finally!
It's out on a Blu-ray now, isn't it?
Yeah. I got it. I picked up one. Did
you watch the whole thing? Did you enjoy it, Zeus?
I watched it twice. I mean, you know what's scary is I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and it's exactly what I said would happen, you know, when they first announced the movie. You know, when we first saw the first trailer, and I was like, oh, well, it's going to be Mechagodzilla. They're going to fight each other a little bit and then team up at the end.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's exactly what happened. So I was a little disappointed with the design of Mechagodzilla. You know,
really? I thought Mechagodzilla looked kind of good.
but see, the whole thing with the Kiryu design is it's better.
Yeah, it is.
And it's better. It's and I would that's just me. It looked more like the Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla, which
Yeah.
that Mechagodzilla looked kind of like the Dragon Zord's retarded cousin from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of. I agree with a lot of what what was said is the the Serizawa son being the pilot, and having like no lines, no motivation, nothing good in there.
Mm-hmm. It's just wasted character. It's just a wasted character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
what did you think of the kaiju effects?
They were good. And we got to see them fight finally. Like like Bean, bitched about King of Monsters. It's like they cut away every time we were fighting. So now, no, we got some good fights, and I really enjoyed the way they did Kong. Because he tried his best, and he still came up short against Godzilla 1-on-1. But Godzilla needed his help to beat Mechagodzilla. So
yeah.
I've watched it twice, and both times didn't feel like it was 2 hours.
No, it goes by pretty quickly.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
So overall, like I said, I think it was better than King of Monsters. But we lost everything about every other kaiju.
Yeah,
like there was no. It was like it was Kong, it was Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla, and those are the only all those other kaiju that had popped up all over the world. We didn't see another one.
Right? Yeah, they just disappeared. Poof.
They try to write them off really fast in that opening deal, where they would have kind of like a tournament. But I know, but I'm saying that's what they try to do, is to just
look, but you see, nobody. That opening title was ass.
Okay, look. Listen. Escucha. They heard the complaints from King of Monsters, right? And the only one they paid attention to was, we got to show the fights. We got to give them a lot of the fights. And they put the movie really feels like they put all this energy into that. Like, we're going to give you Godzilla versus Kong. You're not going to be disappointed. You are going to get Godzilla versus Kong. And we can all agree they gave us Godzilla versus Kong. Mm-hmm. They totally gave that to us. They even we talked about this. They kind of brought the quality of the special effects down from King of Monsters just so they could give us like Godzilla versus Kong more. Like it feels a little cheaper than the King of Monsters special effects to me. So they're like, well, we're going to do it so you get it. You get this thing. And then that final fight with Mechagodzilla, like, we'll rush this because that's not the main thing people are watching anyways, which you're like, why even put it in then if it's not the main thing you're going to watch? But yeah. So they sacrificed all kind of stuff just so they can focus on that. Because they're like, we'll address this one thing and people will feel like we addressed everything.
But they didn't even really address it because that was just a bullshit beginning. The whole thing with the credits was bullshit.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. They wrote them off that way so they don't have to address it, so they can address the one thing, which is give us more of the main fight, which is what they did.
They want the main event.
Main event.
They don't want to see Dewdrop and fucking superhero Nikki Cross. No. Dewdrop.
What the fuck is this?
What is who comes up with the name Dewdrop?
Where's me Lucky Charms?
How does Piper Niven say, yeah, okay, yeah, I like that idea.
I mean, do you think they have that much? Have you seen what happens to the people who like don't go with the flow?
Yeah, but there's got to be a point where you have to say, okay, how about if we tweak it and do? I mean, you got to have some input there. I mean, you can't just walk around and say,
when in the
drop.
last 30 years have we had anyone listen to anything that somebody brought
That's true.
a reasonable fucking idea to the table?
That's
in
true.
30 years,
You're right.
What was the last thing they did that was really great?
No, you're right. You're right.
Nothing.
You're right. You're right.
It's just
everything
horrible.
gets sabotaged in some ways.
Do drop. Jesus.
So yeah. No, go on.
Oh, so there's some interesting wrestling announcements this week. There is going to be a Lucha Libre card, which is apparently being put on by Hijo del Santo in Charlotte this summer. And Mission Pro Wrestling, the home of many of today's superstars, including Thunder Rosa, is also coming to Greensboro.
And also twice they're going to the Southern Star Brewery in Conroe, Texas.
Do they have to wrestle outside there or what?
That place is tiny. It's a tiny place. I can't imagine. Like, I've been there. Stephanie and I went there years ago. So I can't imagine how they're going to set it up in there, but I guess it can be done. But I don't know. I'd be curious to see on social media how it comes off. I'm not going in person, but
yeah. Wow. I don't know. The
Great Muta returned to. Did you hear that?
Noah.
The Great Muta returned to Noah. Yeah, he gave the what's the guy that looks like he's got blonde broccoli for hair?
Holy shit! I can't remember. Oh my god, blonde broccoli for hair. But he gave him the mist.
Yeah. Kino?
Okay.
Kino? Yeah. Yeah, he missed it.
The diet. No, I'm joking.
MLW's new season's happening soon, right? Is it next Saturday or the following Saturday?
When does it start?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's the
Zero
first
should have the
Saturday.
information because I know Zero's all excited about Azteca Underground. Right?
Azteca Underground, yeah. Yo, Zero, you got any info on that, brother?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because that should be starting soon, right? Yeah.
Let's see.
I know they were filming the vignettes and stuff in Boyle Heights. So it should be interesting. Godzilla, Singular Point. Yeah.
July 10th. He says July 10th.
Oh, okay. July 10th? Okay, cool.
Zero is our hero.
Zero is our hero. July 10th. All right, Zero. Good job. I'll pat your mom on the head for you, okay? Good job.
Holy shit.
Sit, good dog.
Oh shit! I wonder how many young people don't know that reference.
They don't know that reference. They don't know. So I'm gonna give Singular Point the big screen treatment.
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I think so too. If you guys are giving the thumbs up, then I'm pretty sure. I gotta ask the Kaiju Queen her opinion on it too.
I wish she was here because she said there was one of the Kaiju designs she did not like, and I want to know which one it is, but I have to wait to find out.
I think it's the big man. I think it's Godzilla.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but
so okay. So without giving away any real spoilers, what is it? What kind of Godzilla are we dealing with? Is this the heel Godzilla? Is this the face Godzilla? Or is this?
Again, I can't say. If I
You
say,
can't say. Okay.
if I say
I'll figure it out.
what he is, like if I say what his role is, it gives away a lot in a way.
Okay. All right. Don't sweat. I will watch. I will get into it.
You will watch like your Damian Priest. I will.
I will watch Godzilla Singular Point and make a sandwich at the same time.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question about Damian Priest.
Where is he?
Yeah, I thought about this the other day because I got some card of his in that WWE Slam, and I was like, people were like, oh, him and Bad Bunny, this is going to get him so over. And then I'm like, here we are, however many months removed. What's he doing? I hear nothing about him.
Yeah.
What was he up to? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's been off camera. He's been off. I don't think he's on tour with Bad Bunny, but he's been off camera. He hasn't been on the shows. He hasn't been on Raw. Nothing. He's been poof ghost.
That would be hilarious if he was on tour with Bad Bunny.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's doing WWE ambassador shit. I wouldn't be surprised. Now they're doing the same thing with Poppy NXT. But Poppy's trying to get involved in angles.
Oh, Zero says he has a back injury. I didn't know he had an injury. I hadn't heard anything about
it. From carrying Bad Bunny all that match.
Hey Zero, did you see last week's? Did you see this week's Raw, Zero?
like, hey Zero, do you want to get on the air?
Yeah. You want to get on the air?
You want to get on the air with a Zero? I will shoot you the link if you do.
The savage bastard.
I'm not ready for Zero today.
Oh, Zero's like Asuka. Zeus is not ready for him.
Zeus is not ready for Zero.
I need a week of advance notice.
Next time we have Zero on, I got to do the theme song has to be like the fix Saved by Zero. Saved by Zero. Y'all know that song? Saved by Zero?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
You don't know
idea.
Saved by Zero by the Fix? Maybe I will. Saved by Zero. Maybe I will. Y'all are older than me. You should know these things. Like, I was a kid when this stuff came out. Y'all were like...
I'm sorry. You say Zero, I automatically go to his mom. So that's what's on my mind. So there you go. So, Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to bring her with me on vacation, but I figured, I want to be playing with Boots. I don't need to play with Zero's mom either.
Oh my God. What else? Anything else going on? Doesn't have to be wrestling. Anything else like happening?
No, not that. Nothing here at this point other than, drinking some good beer, eating some good pizza, seeing some sights down here, hanging out at the beach. Good stuff.
Stephanie and I, we rewatched The Princess Bride because we hadn't seen it in a really long time, and I got her the Criterion Collection of Blu-ray recently.
Stay out here.
Yeah, I mean that's a movie that still like totally holds up. Like it's as good as it was back then.
Me and my friend were talking about the older movies too. We were talking about Mr. Mom, and you remember Honeymoon in Vegas?
Oh man, who was that?
Nick Cage.
Who's the honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honeymoon in Vegas. We were talking about that. You guys remember Gun Ho?
Oh yeah, that's forever ago though.
Yeah.
With Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah. then George Wendt and him and Mimi Rogers. Yeah, the whole, you know.
I haven't seen Mr. Mom or Gung Ho since the 80s. Like since I was a kid still. I haven't seen those movies in all this time. I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those in a long time either, you know. But you know, it's all good stuff, you know. It's all good stuff.
What was that one Dan Aykroyd movie? Something like he was some weird character, like Dr. Dangerous or something like that. Or
You talking about Dr. Detroit?
There we go, Dr. Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that so long ago in the 80s. I can't remember like a thing.
Dr. Detroit was cool. Mm-hmm. That Night Shift was cool too.
Night Shift.
Yep, fun. So my daddy takes the T-Bird away. Mm-hmm. You know? That's good stuff. I'm excited because one of my guilty pleasures is coming back to TV in a brand new reboot that I'm excited for. Gossip Girl.
What?
XOXO, yeah, a brand new Gossip Girl. New cast, new story, everything. And so it's, you know, it's supposed to be updated. So I'm gonna see how good it is. That was one of my guilty pleasures from back in the day.
I think you are a CW fan, James.
I'm a CW guy. No, I'm not a CW guy.
You watch the shit out of some CW.
I'm into the Arrowverse. I can't help it.
Watched all the
I do like all the DC shows. I'm into the Arrowverse. I get it.
I canceled my HBO Max. I was like, yeah, this sucks.
HBO Max is the awesome channel, Zeus. What are you talking about?
Oh, you know what Stephanie and I have been rewatching on HBO Max?
What?
We've started rewatching Curb Your Enthusiasm from the start.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the most classic TV shows of all time. That is amazing.
It's been years since we watched it from the start, right? It's been like years since we watched it. And so we started rewatching it. And we're just like, man, this show still holds up. Although the production values on that first season so bad. Oh my God, it's almost like watching. Have you ever seen the IT Crowd?
The what?
The IT Crowd from England?
No.
What?
No.
Neither of you have seen the IT Crowd?
No.
Holy shit. Y'all are missing out on one of the funniest shows that there's ever been, first off. No. But that show, the first 2 seasons look like they're filmed on like VHS like camcorder, and then suddenly they become like HD or whatever around the third.
I wonder if you can. I wonder if that show could be done today. They get away with shit where you like half the shit that they got away with back then.
Oh no, you could not do Curb Your Enthusiasm. I mean, think about the episode with the guy's father like survived the suicide mission in Japan or whatever.
Yeah.
And how it leads to that finish with the bonsai.
Yeah, you can't do shit like that today.
Yeah, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
All of Mel Brooks movies you can't do anymore.
Oh man, yeah.
You can't do Blazing Saddles. You know, you can't do Spaceballs. You know, you can't do any of that shit. You know, so it's just you know. I was watching Django the other day, and I was like, ooh, you know. Even that pushed it a little bit.
Which one?
Django.
Oh, okay.
So you know, even that pushes it a little bit. But yeah, you can't do any of that stuff today. I mean, you know, you get 5 minutes of Blazing Saddles. That's about it. You know.
So tomorrow is AML Wrestling's confrontation show. It's going to be at the Davie County Community Park, Knoxville. Ronnie Garvin, The Hands of Stone, a special guest.
What?
The hands of stone.
Caprice Coleman, the AML champion, is set to defend the title. I believe we got Timmy Luretten, the Prestige champion, is supposed to defend that title. Billy Brash, JB Cole, Colby Carino, Chris Bay is going to be there, formerly known as Zack Ryder.
That's actually some people there.
Yeah, and that one dude that's in MLW, I can't remember his name. He's got a very kind of regular name, but he's...
It's funny that you mentioned Hands of Stones. I want to ask you something about him after you finish this.
Oh, that's basically what I'd say. So, I mean, it's if you're anywhere near Moxville, check that out tomorrow.
That AML show sounds all right. I'm going to ask you about what did you think of his WCW title run? Because to me, it was like, I mean, he's got to be one of the worst transitional champions ever.
Who?
Ronnie
Hands
Garvin.
of Stone. Yeah.
His NWA world title reign.
Well, yeah, that was the problem, is that, you know, he didn't want to lose it back to Flair right away. So yeah, it was just, you know, it's just like, you know, it wasn't good, you know,
No.
it wasn't a good reign. I mean, it was an amazing win. He was, you know, extremely over. You know, everybody loved Ronnie Garvin, and you know, and that, and the fact that you know, apparently for some reason Barry didn't want to be champion at that point. So,
but we know we've talked about this before, and what I said then, I still hold. Although I haven't seen it, I haven't really seen this, but I think that match, the cage match between them, where Flair won the title back, I think that's a very underrated match. I think it's a pretty good match.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Of doing something like that is to have those payoffs like that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you know,
I mean, we should do a show one day on the worst champions ever.
What's that?
The worst champions ever. We should do a show one day. You know?
God, I don't need that much negativity in my life.
Yeah, right. Who was the worst title holder ever? Ronnie Stone, Iron Sheik, David. Well, but that's a no-brainer.
Oh, wait,
David Arquette.
Vince Russo was champion, wasn't he?
Vince Russo, Vince McMahon, even.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I put that stuff out of my head. Holy shit.
No, yeah.
Ronnie Garvin was a very capable wrestler. Like I said, you know, way over, and I mean, he's just...
Yeah, he was over. He was over.
He was extremely over. I mean, he was, you know, he did a lot of, you know, a lot of fun angles, a lot of great stuff. You know, tag team, you know, with Barry, and you know, shit that, you know, when he came in and did and knocked out Dusty during Barry's match with him at the Great American Bash. Holy shit, that was amazing. You know?
American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Yeah.
Knocked him the fuck out. You know, apparently Michael Bennett he had his first Pure Rules match like last week or something. He said he really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I've only seen through episode 500, so I know they're up to like what, 508 or something, 509. I don't know, so I'm behind.
Yeah, you're Ring of Honor stuff.
I didn't watch anything this week really, so I mean I'm behind 2 episodes on NXT UK, and we know how much I like NXT UK. So
yeah, I didn't watch NXT UK either. I was traveling. So
you know, I saw a lot of people, with all these, with this last group of mass firings. I've seen a lot of people say things like, I hope they get picked up somewhere else, and I mean, a lot of a lot of places are pretty tight as it is. They can't go. A lot of people can't just pick up 6 fucking people.
Mm.
Not now without letting some of the other people that they already have go. Because
Where do you think Braun Strowman's going to end up?
I don't know. I mean, see, the thing about AEW, they're the only place that people can kind of go and get a paycheck and just kind of chill out in the back. I mean, if you go to Impact or Ring of Honor, they're going to need to get production out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you go to AEW, you're going to get a chance to do lots of chilling out. You get to spin your wheels quite a bit there.
Right. And so, when you think about it, and like if you, when I went to that Ring of Honor card last year, I mean, there was one 8-man tag team match. There were several other tag matches. There was, there was a lot going on. There was the 6-man, main event, and then there were several singles matches. I mean, it was a full card. It was a very full card, and I can't imagine them picking up like, four new men and a couple of women. I mean they're already like working within what they have to try to rebuild the Women of Honor title, and it looks like that. What's that woman's name? She's like straight up, like she's like a feral Viking woman. And she's like been just destroying people and destroying the other women in
I need to check
Max the Impaler, I think her name is.
Oh, I haven't seen
yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah, I've heard of her. I haven't seen it yet, though, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's her name. I think she might have actually changed it to something. Max the Impaler. Has got a ticket to gold. Just a massive powerhouse, and just scary as fuck too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's I can't see the Ring of Honor bringing in like the Iconics, But I mean, they could, people seem to enjoy going into, the women seem to be going more into Impact, but even they're going to get to their breaking point, So I don't know. It's
tough.
It's a rough spot to be in as a pro wrestler right now, because it's not just like, you're gonna have to really work hard, and there's a lot of people who are gonna have to,
you like it,
go wrestle in another place. I mean, you're gonna have to go to AML or some of these other Mission Pro and some of these smaller places. Some openings happening again. Yeah. And another thing we should have learned this week, if you've been hired by WWE as a new writer, don't ever say you don't know who anybody is or anything. Don't be proud of your ignorance.
Yep.
Something I was gonna say was because of COVID and all that, it's not like people can just go like to another country like they could in the past either. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like say in theory in the past, maybe some of these women could have just gone and done a run in Stardom or something like that, done like a tour or whatever, or some of these guys could have, you know, done a tour in somewhere in Japan. I mean, there's so many promotions they could have done a tour in, right? But you can't really do any of that stuff at the moment. So
Yeah, you can't do none of that.
No,
Hey,
I mean, he can't even go to Canada.
No, you
Can't go to
can't.
Canada.
Nope.
hey, but speaking
Nope.
about Japan, shout out and best wishes and safe travel and all that to Bailucha. So I hope he has safe travels.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Safe travels. # loose translate shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. Loose is killing it. He's been killing it with that shit. Killing it. Well, I'm just hoping this Azteca Underground is good. I am hoping this MLW is good. NXT looks like it's starting to take off again, so that's good. You know, Raw, I don't know what people are looking at. They look like shit. You know, I mean, we've all known that SmackDown's been a better show for a while now. You know, but it's just I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, like hopefully it'll get a little bit better, but. Because they could have built something on that pay-per-view was pretty good, you know. It was okay, you know. They could have built on that, but I guess you know they will want to have shit like Dewdrop and Superhero Nikki. So fuck it.
Hey
Yeah.
James, I'm just seeing an advertisement for Pinstripe Pilsner.
Pinstripe Pilsner, yeah, the Yankee beer, yeah. Oh, Zeus, your love for the Yankees.
Speaking of success coming to people who've been around success for a long time, you know, the Montreal Canadiens are back in the Stanley Cup Finals.
They're back in the Stanley Cup Finals. Yep. They're facing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah.
When was the last time they won the Stanley Cup? Was it in the 90s?
Yeah. It was Patrick
like
Waugh,
one.
94, 93.
Yeah, that's when it was.
A little trivia right here. Did you know that the Yankees hold the most championships, and then the Montreal Canadiens right behind them. So, you know, they have a chance to add.
How many World Series does the Yankees have?
They have 27.
They have 27.
Yeah, but they've been in 40 World Series.
So they lost 13.
27 World Championships. The New York Yankees, baby.
27, ML, you know, Major League Baseball, you know, quote unquote World Championships.
Right.
Don't play any other teams in the world.
They don't have a Champions League European Cup.
I mean, they occasionally have that. You know, they occasionally have that. You know, that World Cup of baseball.
What do they call it? The Classic, the something Classic, right? The World Baseball Classic, or
World Baseball Classic, WBC.
Those were pretty fun. I enjoyed those in the past.
Montreal Canadiens won 24 Stanley Cups.
Okay.
But of course, they are one of the original 6 teams that, you know, were winning cups back when there was only 6 teams. Back when the Stanley Cup Finals was actually 7. It was 7 games, no matter what. And the winner of the series was the team that scored the most goals.
Should be a good series.
Yeah, like you could win one game, and as long as you outscored the other team for the other 6, you won the cup.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, I think they beat the Islanders last night. I think they beat them 1-0.
So.
Tampa Bay Lightning, yeah. So they're in Montreal, the Habs. So it should be a good series. That should be good.
He hasn't been in our chat for a long time, but Flus will be happy because he's from Montreal. He's
Flus is from Montreal.
Lifelong Canadians.
He's a Habs fan, yeah. Hey, Pedro. So, Pedro, how was your concert yesterday?
Oh, I mean, they are pre-recorded, so I mean,
okay. Sorry,
yeah, we had Zeus was there, Bailuch, Heather, Angie, someone new, Ashley Lee, something like that, Ashley Lee,
something.
Yeah, so we had a full room, and we were.
That's cool.
Yeah, and everyone got to hear my bad.
And nobody died, right?
Yeah, apparently nobody died.
Nobody died. That's what I like to hear. Good job.
July 9th will be the next episode. So for anyone out there, because it's every other Friday. It's every other Friday. So just for during the summer. So I think there'll be 7 episodes in total. But yeah, July 9th is the next one.
Okay.
There was if anyone saw the graphic that I did for promoting the show this week, I had hints about what the set list was in the in the graphic. Let me see if I can find this because it'll remind me about the set list. That's the
main.
So there's like this little elf thing in the graphic, and that was for my song Maybe Elves. Then there was a pair of lips, like with lipstick, and that was because I was going to play a Cure song, because I did Close Down by The Cure. Then there's a little clown, and that was because I played The Clown by Conway Twitty. Then there was Mary's, what's her name? Mary Stuart Masterson from Some Kind of Wonderful, because I did that song, Keith, You Gotta Go with Watts. Then there's a bunch of crows.
Keith, you gotta go with Watts. Good job.
So then there's a bunch of crows, and that was for I did a Counting Crows song.
That's another good movie too. You know, I had Some Kind of Wonderful.
And then you had some beer, and that was because the last song was Alcoholiday by Teenage Fountain Club. So
yeah.
Do you know that song?
No, but you said beer, so I got happy.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so thanks to everyone who came out for that. Anyone got anything to plug or anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nope. I'm just going to be chilling here in Delray Beach, eating some good pizza, drinking some fine cervezas, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Hanging with Boots, thinking about Mrs. Zero. It's all good.
Yeah, shout out. Oh, okay. Well, you get to that homework, young man.
You do that homework, young man.
Shout out to YYH and Zero for being in the chat.
Shout out to Double Y, Double H, and Zero.
And hey, next week, amigos, everyone's gonna want to watch next week. God willing, everything goes to plan. Next week, we are gonna have the Professor Casey
in the house, and
the 4 of us are going to be participating in a fantasy Saturday morning TV draft.
Saturday morning TV draft. That's going to be fun.
You can't put wrestling in there.
Yeah,
it has to be cartoons.
Has to be right. Right. Well, we can only draft cartoons or Saturday morning programs that were actually on Saturday morning.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be live action if it was a Saturday morning live
Right.
action.
Yeah, live action is by Bugaloos, whatever. HR is shoving stuff.
Oh my God. HR shoving stuff. But yeah, we're gonna do. You're gonna hear us like, oh fuck you! You took my pick. And
yeah, you took my pick.
We're gonna hear people scrambling to figure out their picks and all this kind of stuff. It'll be awesome.
But we can always trade picks, can't we?
Oh, well, I didn't even think about the trading picks.
I think we could trade picks, sure, right?
Oh man. I guess that could happen. Oh man, we'll see. There are gonna be all kind of negotiations happening. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna be like, gonna be like, hey, yeah, for my next pick, hey, such and such, you want to trade a pick? And then be like,
yeah, well, we trade picks, trade shows,
Oh, is that what you? So, like, say your turn comes up and you're like, hey, for this next one, I want to propose a trade with XYZ, and
right. So I want to trade this. I want to trade my pick for Casey's Super Friends pick, or something like that. Or we'll figure it out.
Oh my God, it's gonna be fun.
We'll figure it out, but it's gonna be a Saturday morning draft next week, so it should be good.
Yeah,
it should be fun times.
We'll be truly living up to Point-A-Mania Saturday morning next week.
Yeah, so we'll be drafting and drinking. Yeah.
We'll be like, whoa. No more Uptown Girl. Everyone take care. We'll see y'all next week. Everyone stay safe, all that stuff.
Stay safe, get vaccinated. Peace. Hey, Zero, fucking tell mom you spoke to daddy, okay? All right.
Oh, shit.